In every tournament, pros are dropping high kill wins and W keying players with 7,000 times less earnings than them. When looking at these fights, it's just pure domination, but what happens when they run into another pro? I found 9 examples of the top players going up against each other to show you what happens when pros meet their match. First matchup we have is Pollo versus Global's qualifier Virgo.
Oh my god.
Pollo starts his fight aggressive, trying to pre-fire and predict what Virgo is going to do. He falls off his build, so Virgo heads up to take height. However, Pollo claims these walls through his cone, so he immediately placed a ramp to protect himself and boxed up. He looks for the counter edit again and wins the trade with a 90 tag, then immediately edits up, resets his cone, and jumps above the wall to get the kill with a 116 pump. There was a lot of things Virgo could have done in this situation, like edit up and claim doubles or pressure his wall, but he did the only thing fast enough to damage him in time, and you could see even Pollo wasn't expecting that. Going later in that game, we have Acorn versus Sandman. Sandman rotates his own and boxes up, waiting for 8th to pull. Acorn sees that he's only connected to his build, so he edits his wall and floor to chop out Sandman and pick up the kill. This kill is simple, but Acorn does 2 important things to ensure he won this fight. First was pop the big to get to full health, just in case Sandman hit him hard while falling. Second was editing the wall first and placing a cone. You can see Sandman trying to build a stair to block and catch himself, but the cone prevents that, leaving him defenseless. In this fight, Acorn didn't have a cone on his box, but you can still chop your opponent this way by editing the back tiles of your cone to completely disconnect it. Switching over to EU, we have Noah Riley versus Mongrel and Venom.
Oh my god. Oh man. I need everything first time.
Yeah, trying to get beamed in the back.
These fights took place in the Pro Only Cup where replays are bugged, but there's still plenty to take away from it. Noah gets a 70 tag to start the fight, then pressures his walls, but constantly switches to his gun in case of an edit. Mongrel repositions, so Noah follows him and drops gun out, anticipating the insta edit, and gets a 40 tag. He takes the freshly edited wall, then immediately goes to piece Mongrel's right exit before he even goes there. He pressures the wall again, and this time Mongrel expands right into the pre-piece, giving him another shot to crack his shield. Even with the health advantage, he still plays slow because this is where players get over aggressive and hit by counter shots. He fakes swings and holds his gun in case of an edit, then goes to attack the freshly edited builds, which he could break with one AR shot and picks up the kill. In the fight against Veno, he tries to get quick piece but doesn't get the wall, so he sprints back and repositions on a crossbox angle. Veno goes up, but Noah claims the doubles to edit him down and hits him for 165. Because they're in Storm, all he has to do now is pressure enough that Veno can't heal and hold his gun out, since he either has to make a play or die to Storm, and that's exactly what happened. Moving back to the better region, we have Art going up against Cooper. Now this is one of the funnier fights in the video. Cooper gets some damage on Arc, jumps in, and gets hit down to 50 HP. So what does Arc do? Get that damage, jump in, and die because of it. As ridiculous as the fight looks, it demonstrates the level of confidence and aggression pros play with to be able to finish fights quick and drop high kill wins. While it works 90% of the time, the other 10% could kill your momentum fast. In this next matchup, we have Chaos versus Kanata.
Chill. Guy's actually decent. Dead. That was nice knowing you guys. Who is that? Kanata? That's first game?
Starting this fight, Kanada jumps down from height looking to get side pump damage. He misses the shot and loses height, but builds back up and makes his Martaz peek. Chaos edit baits and plays safe, trying to make Kanada make a bad peek or edit, but Kanada chose the best edit possible, making a 3-tile edit, allowing him to swing and claim this wall without being exposed. He intentionally hurdles off his builds, and as he comes back up, Chaos claims his doubles. He shoots to claim the floor, then backs up to give himself more space. Chaos pressures his wall and forces a stare in his box, so he sprint jumps out the back and hits him for 100. Just like the Noah fight, from there it was just a matter of applying enough pressure to cancel heals and force him to edit. In this next matchup, we have a lesser known pro Brutal going up against Rapid. If you didn't know, vending machines could be used to buy heals, and with the change to gold this season, you could actually afford to buy big pots. Rapid got hit for 80 damage, and instead of wasting a slurp, he flies over to the nearest vending machine. Although he's on dead side, he's still cautious and builds to prevent. He was lurking the vending machine. Brutal was buying a shotgun when he heard Rapid flying in, so he immediately crouched to cut off visual audio, hid in the corner, and lined up his shot to get the kill. As much as I hate to promote it, lurking is one of the most effective plays that can work at every skill level. I just fired Shark in a recent video, and lurking is a core part of his playstyle. Whether it's in the mid game or off spawn, he would catch players off guard and get free kills, even against his own duo. So if you want an easy way to win against pros, lurking is one way to do that. You'll get more kills, you'll just have less friends. In our biggest earnings disparity of the video, we got Peterbot versus Zuko. Zuko just picked up a kill on Swerve, his dog's turning up, however Peterbot is coming over to key him. Pete pressures from tops, but Zuko catches a nice timing at it and hits him for 120. He immediately starts pressuring from right hands, but Pete makes a nice play of editing the stair he was hiding behind, then wide editing the wall for an 80 tag. He builds up from here and uses pretty much all of his builds trying to piece Zuko, but he's protecting himself while going up so he can't get pieced. At this point, all Peterbot could do is try to capitalize on the bad edit, but Zuko does a good job of getting behind his peak to prevent getting hit and picks up the kill. While it's likely Pete could have won this fight if he had more mats, Zuko still did some important fundamental things in this fight. Between the timing edit, pressuring from right hands, and hiding behind peaks, he was not only able to hold off, but kill Peterbot, which is much easier said than done. Saving the best for last, we have Mr. Savage versus Hush. I couldn't find any of their stats, but from watching them fight, I could say with certainty they're a pro.
Nope. I was gonna say it.
Savage starts off the fight with a 140 tag, and Hush returns fire with a couple of clingers. He runs back to avoid getting hit, however when he goes back, he overextends on the cone. Hush realizes this and pressures the cone, chopping him out to pick up the kill. The kill itself seemed pretty straightforward, but this was great game knowledge by Hush. They recognized Savage was sitting on the pre-built half floor, meaning when he goes to catch himself, he would instinctively hold the floor but be unable to, then have nothing to connect to under him. It's little details like this that go unnoticed in fights that separate pros from the average player. If you want more elite analysis like this, like and subscribe and let me know who you want to see next.